Okay, so let's start by opening the SPSS. When you open the SPSS, you have the window like this. You have the option to run the tutorial, type in data, run an existing query, and all that. So I'll just open something that I've done before, uh, so that you know uh, how to do it. Okay, so let's open up this file so that you know how to uh, types and all that. Okay, so when you open it, usually just the name, it's just a bunch of variable names from 1 to 20. So you don't have to do anything with that. The type should more or less all be numeric. There are a lot of variable types here, as you can see, but it's still best to make it numeric, even if the data is not numeric. You just have to convert it to something numeric so that it will be better to analyze. Right. Next up is well, the width decimals doesn't really matter. You have numerical data that has, like, example 3 decimals or 4, whatever. So it's okay if you add to that. Now, label is important because this is the thing that you will see in your output, so be sure to have that. So in this case, as I said, this is really a string data. You have here profession, and then for values, what we did was, okay, so this is a survey of some of the students that I taught research with. So if it is 1, it means rad tech. If it's 2, it means, a nursing practitioner, nurse. So you can always add something else with that. Okay, so for example, you have 3, put here teacher or whatever, or med tech, then you just add. Alright, so for now let's remove that. Okay, so the missing, you would only put missing if you want to assign data for missing values. Like, for example, if your respondent did not answer the survey, it missed some values, then you can assign values for that. Or you can put a range that is higher than the values. I don't recommend anything here. I usually just put none, in order not to skew the data. Columns, again, doesn't matter. You can put 5. Usually this corresponds to the width, so just leave it like that. And we usually align right because it's a number. Then, okay, now the measure, since it's a number, should be scale. Now, for profession, we can always put this as nominal. So you just have to familiarize yourself what's a nominal scale, what's an ordinal scale, and what's a ratio or interval scale. Usually a ratio or interval scale will have the value of scale. Alright, and then it automatically gives you input on that side. Alright, so basically SPSS has 2 views. One is the data view, where all your data is placed, while the variable view is the first thing that I want you to look into, because this is important. This determines everything in the data. Okay, so going down, we have profession, sex, age, length of service. These are all defined here based on the data of my students. Developing rapport, this is already, I think, this is already the question. Okay, developing rapport is essential in giving safety and patient care. And I think this is a scale, Likert scale 1 to 5. So it's pronounced Likert, not Likert. culture and all that. So these are all questions. Sometimes it would be best if you put like a label of question 1.1, question 1.2, in order for you to have a grouping of similar questions, which is pretty much what you should do when you compute for reliability later on. Now, towards the end, I think this is just a totals. This is just totals of all this. Like, I don't know if interpersonal factors would add, for example, the first three. So these usually done in Excel. I just paste everything here. Job-related factors, maybe history and so on. So usually have that. So in this kind of research, these are called the profession, sex, age, length of service. These are called demographic profile or profile variables. Um, while all this will be dependent variables. Usually when we do research, there's a mixture of an independent variable or independent variables and dependent variables. Okay, see you in the next